and a very warm welcome to all of you on Game On. I'm Meha Bhardwaj-Alter. In the last 2 days, we've seen so much drama on and off the field. India demolished Australia in the first test at Perth. IPL 2025, the mega auction turned out to be bigger than ever, with Rishabh Pant becoming the most expensive player in the history of the richest cricket league in the world. Let's take a look at how day 2 unfolded in Jeddah. Pace was the theme of the second day of bidding at this IPL player auction, with several Indian and overseas fast men earning solid deals as franchises scramble to boost their bowling stocks. Bhuvneshwar Kumar sold for 10.75 crore, Deepak Chahar 9.25 crore, Akashdeep, who was sold for 8 crore, Marco Jansen from South Africa sold for 7 crores, and Tushar Deshpande sold for 6.5 crore. These were the big headlines of the day. Let's talk about Bhuvneshwar Kumar. The biggest bidding frenzy of the day began when former India seamer Bhuvneshwar's name was taken, with Mumbai Indians and Lucknow Super Giants chasing him immediately at rupees 10.75 crore. Royal Challengers Bangalore joined the bidding, and then they won. Bhuvneshwar's services with MI and LSG suddenly going mute. Two Indian pacers released by Chennai Super Kings ahead of the retention deadline found interest from a few franchises. Deepak Chahar went to Mumbai Indians for 9.25 crore, while after CSK and Punjab Kings showed their eagerness, while Tushar Deshpande found his previous owners chasing him almost immediately, but eventually found a new IPL home with Rajasthan Royals after the Jaipur franchise went with 6.550 crore for him. Akashdeep's name elicited prompt activities from CSK and from LSG. Later, PVKS and the seamer then ended up with LSG for 8 crore. As on day 1 of the auction, PVKS again chased several valuable pace options, first forking out 7 crore rupees for South African quick Marco Jansen and bidding as high as 8 crore for Indian seamer Mukesh Kumar, only to see Delhi Capitals use their right to match card to buy him back. Another pace option that PVKS went after eagerly was Deepak Chahar, but eventually they backed out at rupees 7.75 crore to look on as MI and CSK continued their bidding. In getting Sam Curran for his base price of rupees 2 crore, CSK added another valuable all-rounder, and then they went hard for the uncapped domestic pacer in unsold Kamboj, holding off DC and LSG to get him for 3.4 crore. There you look at that. CSK getting him for 3.4 crore. Former KKR captain Nitish Rana, he attracted interest from CSK, Rajasthan Royals and RCB before he went to RR for 4.2 crore. Krunal Pandya, he was backed by RCB for 7.75 crore. The little-known teenager from Afghanistan, Ala Ghaznafar, he made headlines after he debuted in an ODI in March. He won a bid of 4.80 crore from MI after entering his first IPL auction with a base price of 75 lakhs. Heads also turned when RR valued the 13-year-old batsman from Bihar, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, at 1.1 crore. Another surprise was the frenzy that surrounded the 23-year-old Delhi batsman Priyansh Arya, who went to PBKS for 3.8 crore rupees after the franchise held off bids from MI, DC and RCB. So let's talk about this 13-year-old who created history by becoming the youngest player to earn an IPL deal worth 1 crore 10 lakh rupees. Yes, Bihar's Vaibhav Suryavanshi, a left-handed top-order batter. He has become the youngest player to be bought in the IPL auction by Rajasthan Royals. To be precise, Suryavanshi is all of 13 years and 243 days on the day he got his maiden IPL contract. He's already played for India under-19. He scored a century, opening the batting against Australia under-19 in a 4-day game in Chennai less than 2 months ago. Bids for Suryavanshi started at his base price of rupees 30 lakhs, and RR and Delhi Capitals were soon involved in the bidding battle, which eventually went RR's way. Suryavanshi hails from Samastipur, a city about 100 kilometers northeast from Patna. He's played 5 Ranji Trophy games since his first-class debut against Mumbai earlier this year and is currently playing T20s in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy for Bihar. He recently made his T20 debut against Rajasthan on 23rd of November. The highlight of his career so far is the century against Australia under-19, which came off just 58 balls before he fell for 104. That knock made Suryavanshi the youngest player at 13 years and 187 days to score a century in youth cricket, breaking the previous record of 14 years and 241 days held by Bangladesh's current captain, Najmul Hussain Shanto. Suryavanshi also has a triple century to his name, an unbeaten 332 in an under-19 tournament in Bihar, the Randhir Verma tournament. He idolizes Brian Lara and consults former India opener. And you saw that picture there with Wasim Jaffer about a bit ago. And in fact, he consults Wasim Jaffer about his game from time to time. They had first met during an under-19 white ball tournament in Bangladesh in 2023 November. His former coach, though, is his father, Sanjeev Suryavanshi, who was also a cricketer but couldn't make it to the higher levels of the game. Now, as soon as Vaibhav achieved this historic feat, certain sections of the media started talking about age fraud. Earlier, there was a controversy with some alleging that Vaibhav's actual age is 15. Talking about these allegations, the youngster's father, Sanjeev Suryavanshi, he has now spoken out to a news agency. He said when he was 8.5 years old, he first appeared for a BCCI bone test. He's already played India under-19. We don't fear anyone. He can again undergo age test. So this is the clarification from Vaibhav's father on the age fraud allegations about his son. Okay, now some big names have also been left out, with the likes of David Warner, Johnny Bairstow, among others, not attracting a single bid to their name for a spot in one of the 10 franchises for the upcoming season. Indian players like Shardul Thakur with a base price of 2 crore, Umesh Yadav, another player with a base price of 2 crore, were also overlooked, with teams being mindful of their team person, trying to get as many players in the limited money that they were left with. Let's take a look at some of the biggest names to be left out, and we've got to begin with David Warner. He was one of the IPL's most fearsome players, but David Warner no longer commands the same respect among franchises as he went unsold at a base price of 2 crore in Jeddah. The former SRH captain, currently commentating during the ongoing Border Gavaskar Trophy, might return to the IPL as a commentator in 2025. Shardul Thakur is the next player. One of the most surprising outcomes of this IPL auction was all-rounder Shardul Thakur going unsold at a base price of 2 crore. Thakur was listed on day 2 of the auction, a stage where many teams lacked the budget to bid for him. His form in the previous IPL season may have also influenced the decision, as he managed just 5 wickets in 9 matches with an economy rate of 9.76. Then, the next player is Prithvi Shaw. Once touted as the future of Indian cricket, Prithvi Shaw's decline has been stark, with the Mumbai batter going unsold at the IPL auction despite a base price of just 75 lakh. In the previous season, Shaw featured in 8 matches, scoring 198 runs at an average of 24.75 and a strike rate of 163.64. Johnny Bairstow, England's wicketkeeper batter, formed a destructive opening partnership with David Warner during their time at Sunrisers Hyderabad, but since his move to Punjab Kings, the batter has struggled with consistency. Despite his lack of form, Bairstow's ability to keep wickets would have been an added advantage for the teams, but they opted not to go down that route, leaving the player unsold. Okay, Team India head coach Gautam Gambhir has flown back home with to be with his family due to a personal emergency. He's unlikely to rejoin the squad before the second test against Australia, which will start in Adelaide on December 6th. The Delhi-based coach Gautam Gambhir, he will skip India's 2-day pink ball warm-up game against Prime Minister's 11 in Canberra on November 30th and December 1st. The Board of Control for Cricket in India, they've issued a statement which reads, and I quote, He left with his family on early Tuesday morning for India. It is an unavoidable personal emergency. He will be back in Adelaide before the start of the second test match. The Indian team will leave for from Perth to Canberra. Tomorrow, they're expected to attend an official reception by the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. The two-day match will be a crucial time for them. It'll be a crucial preparation for the side, as the second test is going to be a day-nighter. The pink kookaburra ball will be used during the clash. Australia's Prime Minister's 11 will be led by all-rounder Jack Edwards, and it will be a squad full of youngsters along with a few test-capped internationals like Scott Boland and Matthew Renshaw. The rules of the game will be declared by the two teams, and it is expected that everyone will bat and bowl, as the match does not have an official status. Former India coach and Australian captain Greg Chappell is highly impressed with Yashasvi Jaiswal. Who is it? Yashasvi Jaiswal, who laid the foundation for India's big total and victory in Perth with his 161-run knock. This is what Chappell has to say in a column of a leading Australian daily. Chappell's written that Jaiswal looks well placed to carry forward the glorious legacy of batting excellence established by the likes of Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli. This is what he said, and I quote, "The young opener is fearless and appears poised to inherit the mantle of Indian batting excellence following the likes of Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar." Chappell, who worked as India head coach between 2005 and 2007, also spoke about the wide gulf in planning between the Indian and the Australian cricketing establishment when it came to grooming youngsters for traditional formats. He said, and I quote, "Jaiswal's journey encapsulates why India's planning and infrastructure give them a clear edge in world cricket. The young left-hander moved to Mumbai at 10, seeking the best competition to realize his dream of representing India. Considering the staggering odds of breaking into the Indian 11, his determination is remarkable. There are so many players in India who are good enough to play Test cricket, but some can't even get a game for their state team." Chappell then presented numbers to compare Jaiswal with the 25-year-old Australian debutant Nathan McSweeney, who hasn't yet played much despite being older than Jaiswal.